Anxious ruins. On the train window I see the ruins, anxious by those who hear their stories of glory. The train moved on and did not hear their memories. Worn by time, defying the elements, barely sustained standing, swaying to hear their memories. A moment was enough. On this trip, no return will stop, only on arrival. Started when I was born, will reach my end. Many, that same trip, follow like me. Many are no longer here, came to an end. The train window, I saw the time pass me by, seeing the ruins arrive, anxious, before me. The train did not stop to listen to the stories, their memories and their dreams of glory, defeats taken as having been won. At first the ruins passed slowly, so it was better to be able to contemplate. Now go fast, I can only imagine. Imagine the stories I had heard, all setbacks they had suffered, in time immemorial they had lived. The joy in telling about the children raised, have accompanied all their learning, to glory, and the day have become a ruin. I strange in ruin, having glory, I struggle to understand such a victory, then envision my own story. As the train approaches the station, I can sight the end waiting for me, and also become anxious ruin. Coming home, I woke up with the noise, the train stopping, anguish felt by pressing the heart, dreamed of the ruins and disenchantment. Night was falling fast and the cold could already be felt. I searched the backpack, and my battered old coat, I used it when I bought it when I left my home. Bothered me that battered backpack one day left full, and now became empty. I hated to leave the train, to see that it was raining. On the deck watched the departing train, homeless, helpless and disoriented, mourned the train has dropped. The place looked bleak and deserted. On departure, even had a clustered family and closest friends. I remember the beautiful woman looked at me. With my departure, she was dissatisfied. I noticed that sometimes crying. Hungry, cold and wet, then I remembered the stove from my house, always baked in the coals. In an access trail to my house, swore that what had been a road, and imagined the worst for what awaited me. In cold and rainy night, I walked without haste, prepared to face the worst that I imagined, an empty house without the family that loved me. I've despaired and nearly crying, when far away, the ruins of my house, high on a hill, could be seen. Seemed someone had called me, pressed the pace, Perhaps the estimated one, no, it was nothing, was helpless in the world. No family, no dogs, no cattle, only the ruin of what was my home in the past delivered to the dirt, with the key still in the doorway. At home. I took the key and I took her to clasp the slightest touch and the door opened, reluctant to enter, despite the cold. Cautious, I decided to call someone. Anxiety. Only two names I remember, mother, father, and I just got back. At the door I could catch sight of their graves. I searched the house in the dark, enter, distressed and with nothing to light. Barely glimpsed the stove and the sink, do something only in daylight, waited sitting on the step of the kitchen. I was hungry, cold and tired. Lightning shone through the cracks of the roof. Felt comfortable to be housed. The rain pounded on the roof, embraced in the backpack. Remember the past, hurt by only backpack I have left over. Tired, fell asleep, leaning against the wall, with the body supported on the backpack, dreaming of a time not gone. I woke up with the light leaking from the roof. The day had cleared, imagined in the past. Burning stove, brewed coffee and baked cake. I realized that the house was tidy, paraphernalia cooking in the water pot, everything clean and maintained. Groceries and firewood in the stove, bedding, bath and table, everything seemed real strange. The house was occupied, someone observing me. I came across a beautiful woman who was waiting for me, that on my departure had been dissatisfied. I missed your presence, said my mother, and the disease asked her to wait for me at home. Then she said with emotion, that answered my mother and his own heart. Close to her, not speaking. I closed my eyes while hugging and kissing her, happy to have finally found my home. Poetic narrative of life, their mishaps and handouts, as loneliness and hope, at home. Written by JoseSSAlmeida, March 15, 2014. Music collection, free YouTube picture, Google Image Collection software, MS Video Maker. Narration, Google. End.